We've covered the shafts. Tonight, we handle the balls on the Cue Tang Clan. Thank you guys for being here on another exciting episode of America's favorite pool-related talk show, the Cue Tang Clan. I'm the Gangster of Pool, aka Rob. I want to thank you guys again for being here. Balls, let's talk about them. They, let's face it, they're 33% of what you need to be a pool player or to play pool. I was lucky enough to make a little name for myself doing reviews and advertisements for what I feel are three of the top sets, probably three of the only sets available for high-end pool. That being the Aramith Duramith Black set, the very famously for me, the Predator Arcos 2 balls for all you OG Gangster of Pool fans. And most recently, the work I did for Dynaspheres and Championship Billiards. Dynaspheres Platinum set from Championship Billiards. That said, the first thing I wanted to start off with is I guess a little tip. I come from I'm not personally a dentist, but in my family, it's filled with dentists. So much to where, our family crest is a thing of floss. Poor joke. But like I'm talking about where dentistry and pool meet each other is phenolic resin. Phenolic resin is what's used to make pool balls. It's also what's used to make, teeth fillings, artificial teeth, caps, crowns, whatever. Phenolic resin. Let's face it, it's a struggle out there for a lot of pool players. It's a very expensive game. You got to have, you got to have your tools clean and firing all cylinders. And, one of the most senseless items I feel, for pool players is ball cleaners. There's a handful of them out there on the market, ranging $200-$300, and probably more famously, the diamond ball cleaners, $500-$700, $900, and they're always sold out. And I can't understand why. But look, you need to clean your tools and let's insert the jokes here. I wish I had the Yin Yang twins. Every time I said balls, I wish they pop in and go balls. Let's face it, every time you need to clean your balls, it can play a difference in your game. You're always grabbing them and hand grease on them and everything like that, and they get dirty fast. If you play a lot of pool, you'll notice that they get dirty fast. So my method is you get your standard Aramith ball cleaner that's been around for 100 years and a toothbrush. You can get a cheap battery operated toothbrush or a regular toothbrush, and this is what I clean my sets with. I usually do it every week or two. To me, it works better than your $700-$900 ball cleaner. So here's a free tip from the Cue Tang Clan, from me to you: toothbrush, ball cleaner, and put in a little elbow grease. It ain't hurt nobody. All right, let's get that out of the way. My props. I'm like Carrot Top here. Back to the balls. Fortunately for us pool players, there's a set of balls for every, level of play. From beginner, the very casual player who just has a table for looks, or struggling players, who let's face it, you can't put money into that part of the game. Thankfully they offer many sets. Aramith alone has handfuls of sets, for every level of wallet. Starting with the $100 set to the $200 premium set, all the way on up to the $500 TV sets. you ask why you would need that high end level of balls, and it's to me it's kind of like, once again, I'm a sports fan, you know, many sports fans, but it's like, to me it's like footballs, and once again, here's Carrot Top with more props. Here's footballs. Here's a $20 football. Here's a $100 football that they use on TV. They're the same shape, the same size, the same weight, but look at them. You know, when you play these games, you want to feel like a pro, and I think, no matter how old we are, we play any type of game, we want to feel like a pro. And yeah, you can make do with this if you got $20 in your wallet, but if you got the money to spend and you want the experience, you're going to go, for what you see on TV. And I think that's what many of us are doing. We want what we're going to see on TV. So here's more of my props. Where's my assistant at? Let's get started. I will. I have the three sets of balls that I want to talk about. At the end, I'll tell you my favorite set, and then I'll tell you, out of the three of them, what is the better set? What is the better bang for your buck? And the first one I want to start off with is the Aramith Black set. You will only see these on matchroom events because everything is like NASCAR today. You got your Coke drivers and your Pepsi drivers, and pool, it's no different. We have our Aramith Black players, and then we have our Predator Arcos players, that are WPA Predator Pro Billiard Series related. But I guess most recently we have the PLP going on at Jason Shaw's Pool Hall. Matchroom event, they're using matchroom balls. This Aramith Duramith is their latest and greatest technology. Excuse me. So the Duramith Tech is a higher molecular structure, and what that's going to do is that's going to give you length of use. So you're not going to see balls chipping and balls breaking down to where you have to go out and buy a new set every few years. I think they rate on this is 8 times the life of a pool player. So your kids should be playing with this set, which is more of a reason, to explain the high price. Like, look, you're not buying multiple sets. You buy one set, you're going to have it for a whole hell of a long time. So we get the higher molecular structure in their Duramith ball technology, and then what they say is that it's also used to prevent cloth burn. And with the uprise of over the last 20 years of more use of cloth as opposed to old school billiard felt, you would notice you would get burn marks on the table more. These, little white spots, that aren't the chalk spots. So Aramith, being the masters of the billiard ball, they put their thing together, and they got the time and the patience and the company to do the R&D to figure that out. So this is the highest price set out of all of them. And probably over the last 2 years, there's been an inflation in the market of pool equipment. That's just because it's more visible and there's more advertising than ever going into these. These started at sub $400, so like $399, $395, and now they're up around up close to $500. Cybers has them priced at $484, which is still. Look, nobody really wants to spend $500 on a set, but this set is gonna last you a long time, and it's the best there is. Aramith's dedication to making the best pool ball, for the last 100 years. They don't do it better than this. This is Anheuser-Busch. This is Chevrolet. They do it right. Even Predator set. Predator didn't start out to make their own set. They reached out to Aramith and were like, "Can you make us a set?" Just that's because they're the level of the standard in the pool ball industry. This particular black set, it is met with either love or hatred, and I can see both. As a pool purist, I can see the hatred in them. More recently, the 5 ball, or the 5 and the 13, they sell a package you can buy for what does it say, $71, and it'll replace this purple 5 and 13, which is more known as the 4 ball color. It'll replace that with the standard 5 and 13 orange. That's currently sold out, but sold out at a lot of places. But it's out there. I mean, if you like this set and you don't want that newfangled 5 color, you can always replace it and get the orange one. The 4 balls pink. They do that on I think pretty much all of their top sets. I think they have one or two sets with the normal purple color, but I personally like the pink. I mean, to me, that's like, looks like Bret Hart there. That's for you old school wrestling fans. But yeah, this is the Aramith Black set. To me, as a guy who films his pool and creates contact with his pool, this is the set that reads best on camera. Your standard set's always going to show, but where the black replaces the white, to me it stands out on camera, and that's 100% what they made for, is for pool on TV, to where it's going to read the best. And yeah, this is the set. This set creates a lot of banter back and forth. I've talked to many people that I've seen them used in my videos, and they hate them, and they use those little throw up faces. But there's people that love them. I personally love them. I wouldn't have got them otherwise. But yeah, the black on there upsets a lot of people. I'm a rotation player, so I don't see it as much. Or I'm using, the only black ball I'm really seeing is the 9. Everything else is standard color. But to me, this just reads so good on camera. It's hues. There, TV work is done off different hues and everything like that. So I guess they took the time to figure that out. Next set I want to talk about is the Predator Arcos series, the Arcos 2. This is a set that I had a fight to get. That's a long story. To me, this is the set that I probably use the most. I think these are, first off, I love the cue ball in this set. I think the cue ball is the best cue ball on the market. A lot of the times you'll see the standard dots. This one has these little triangles. And for me personally, when I apply spin, the way it spins, I pick up how it's spinning with these diamonds better than the regular measles or circles or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, so this is a Predator Aramith in conjunction set, and Predator being the current top of billiards, they couldn't, they probably could, but I don't think they can figure out how to make a ball better than Aramith. So that's why they collabed on this. Like I said, this is my favorite set. It's standard colors. It's got the brilliant, that Aramith compound. Once again, I'm a rotation player, so I'm only, I'm using 9 balls anyway. But much like the black set, here's your standard colors. This set very much resembles the Brunswick Centennial set, which you don't really see anymore. It's still available for sale at some places, but you don't really see anymore. This is kind of identical to the Brunswick Centennial set. But I don't know, what can I say? These are used in WPA events. You'll see them on your Predator Pro Billiard Series matches. Obviously, Predator product. What you won't see these in is matchroom events anymore. Since everything kind of fractured. But yeah, this set is this used to be a sub $400 set, but it's only slightly increased. Currently, they sell this for $420. Typical ball set, 1 cue ball. But I mean, it's, I don't know what it's standard, but it's still new. It's still the new technology, and that's probably why it's my favorite. It's still pushing the issues in technology and greatness, but it's an old favorite. You get your original color 5 balls and 4 balls. Nothing's out of bounds outside the cue ball. They actually sell these cue balls. I believe they're $50. I always keep a, they call this ball sack. Go figure. I always keep an extra Predator cue ball tied on my bag just because I love it that much. I've never used it, but it's always there if I need it. Okay, so that is the Predator Arcos 2. Last but not least, and the heaviest of the box, is the Dynaspheres Platinum set. This would probably be my best bang for the buck set. Dynaspheres Platinum, this set is currently running from $329 to, I think the highest I've seen it listed is $352. They were the most recent of the advertisements I did. I think this is probably the most innovative set, outside of changing the colors like the Aramith Black set. This set also gives you several goodies. You get a Dynaspheres ball cloth. You also get 2 racks. They're not the best of racks. They're not magic racks or anything. They're paper. But still, I mean, they're usable, and you get them. What do you value these as a standard rack set? $20? Here, they're giving you $20 right off the bat. Not only are they giving you a set that's $50 less than everybody else, they're giving you, $20 worth of racks. They're giving you an extra cue ball. What's a cue ball valued at? $30, $50? So you're making up a little bit of the difference as well as not paying the price. These are not Aramith, they're up there in quality. They have a hardness level that rivals anybody else. You're going to be able to use these, for years. But I think the difference is probably that Duramith technology that's Aramith's only. These guys are up there. These are they have a brilliant shine on them and everything. And these are no slouch. So that's probably why they're priced a little bit different, and the advertising and the company, that all plays a factor. But this would be my best bang for the buck set. There's still a great quality of ball. They're innovative. They still kind of keep, a somewhat original color. I love, these surrounding number markers. I think that's great, especially when it rolls. This cue ball is outstanding. These triangular ball markers, they just seem, when you apply spin to them, they seem to, you pick it up visually so much better. It's a cool looking 8-ball. Yeah, this set is no slouch. It's definitely up there. There's obviously, several differences in formula that you kind of pick up between this and Aramith. But once again, this is a high-end set. A lot of pro players are sponsored by Dynaspheres. Best in the world, Shane Van Boney. He's a Dynaspheres player. You'll see these in several several overseas events. I think these are a lot bigger overseas, China, Asia. But this would be, where the Arcos 2 is my personal favorite set. This would be the best bang for the buck set. If you don't want to spend $500, you save yourself $150, but you want to play with a high-end set, this would be the one. It's also the heaviest set. You can do curls with this thing. I guess that kind of wraps up my little spiel about the ball sets. I mean, what can you really say? I knew I wanted to talk about these sets out here. They have risen in price, but that's, like I said, it's just because you're seeing them a lot more, where they can get away with it, and more optics on these sets means more sales, and more sales means they can push the price a little bit. So just to run down the price again, your Aramith Black set on Cyberts, $484.96. With tax, you're going to be spending over $500. Predator Arcos 2, a little bit different, $420. You're saving a little bit. for pretty much the identical ball, just a slightly different design. Dynaspheres, 350 the highest. You can get a set for 320, and that's over 150, $160 savings. Between that and the Aramith Black set. All of them are dynamite balls. I'm happy to play with them. They're all in a rotation. Obviously, I have my favorites that I play with. Just because I'm bold and stubborn in my ways. But I'm happy to play with all those sets. You should be happy to play with them too. I guess that's about it. I guess we can. One thing I wanted to bring up, there was a set that I used to love years ago that I had, and it was the Cyclops, made by Diamond, the Cyclops Hyperion set. And it was I have the cue ball here. It was the first time I really seen like this non-circular measled ball. It has little squares on it and everything. But I used to play with that Cyclops set nonstop because that was at the time, that was the high end set of balls that I had. And what a flawed, cool looking, very innovative and cool looking. They had those 3 money balls, the 8, 9, and 10 money balls, which I thought were fantastic. I think every pool ball set should have those money balls, especially in rotation pool. But what a flawed set. All of them wound up being different weights, instead of each ball being a specific weight. These all weighed different, and I think that was just one little thing that they overlooked in this ball set. And guys who have played for years, like myself, we're doing shots and where the ball is supposed to do a specific thing, and to see it do the complete opposite, it was just mind bending seeing this stuff, and that was the flaw that most people who played with this set pointed out. But what a cool looking set. I think it was just over $400, and it was a 20 ball set. You got 2 cue balls and 3 money balls. What a cool looking set. I shot a lot of videos with it when I just started out, but man, did they do some funny things. It was like playing with jumping beans, Mexican jumping beans. Another set that's out, it's not really visible. I know Florian Venom Kohler has one of these sets. It's the Aramith Anniversary set. I think they're trying out a new compound or something like that. Plus, it's their 100th year anniversary. This is a set that looks cool. I'll put a picture above. But what an expensive set! They got these things priced at $700, and I don't know. I can't say I wouldn't take a hard look at buying them, and who knows? Maybe down the road we'll get a set if the price goes cheaper. But what a high price, but what a cool looking set. So definitely, check those out if you're into throwing money away like crazy, like I used to be. But that's about it. Thank you guys for joining me again. Once again, I always appreciate you guys, comments and thumbs up and likes and everything like that. It makes me want to continue doing this. I would be here just talking to myself in a mirror anyway, so at least I can share this with you. Maybe we'll do a show about racks in the future to complete this triumvirate of shafts, balls. We got to add in the racks. So look for that in the future. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.